Here are 12 types of soldiers of the Imperium of Man, very different from each other in terms of organization, armament, and capabilities. These are all soldiers of the Imperium excluding the different regiments of the Astra Militarum, which we shall cover in another video. Of course we are going to include the Imperial Guard, but as one entry. The infantry and soldiers here vary from a simple man with a gun to a battle robot, and from a superhuman to a blank. So let's get to it. Number 1. The Imperial Guard. Also known as the Astra Militarum, this is the primary military force of the Imperium of Man. It is composed of countless regiments from various worlds, each contributing troops to fight in the Emperor's name. The Imperial Guard is renowned for its massive numbers, which are in the billions or even trillions, also for their diverse regiments and unwavering loyalty to the Emperor. It is important to note that the Imperial Guard emphasizes combined arms warfare, where different regiments and units work together to maximize their effectiveness. This means that a typical Imperial Guard regiment will have a mix of infantry, armored vehicles, artillery support, and even air support, creating a cohesive force capable of engaging enemies in all different manners. The Imperial Guard recruits soldiers from various worlds within the Imperium. Each regiment represents the military forces raised by a specific planet, with its own unique culture, traditions, and even combat doctrines. Regiments can vary greatly in terms of training, equipment, and even specialization. Number 2. Space Marines. These are transhuman soldiers and the greatest of the God Emperor's warriors. They are barely human at all, but superhuman, having been made superior in all respects to a normal man by a harsh regime of genetic modification, psycho-conditioning, and rigorous training. They are physically stronger, far more resilient, and have genius-level intellects. Aside from their numerous gene seed implants, they also weigh around 340 kilograms or 750 pounds without power armor or gear. They stand 7 to 8 feet tall on average. The Space Marines' main weapon is the bolter, which fires a .75 caliber explosive shell, which is more in line with an anti-aircraft or an anti-tank ammunition in modern times. They have access to all the deadliest weapons in the Imperium and are the strike force that is akin to a scalpel, with the hammer being the more numerous Imperial Guard. They are clad in power armor and can summon mecha walkers known as dreadnoughts. They are arranged into chapters of 1,000 Marines each, divided from legion sizes after the Horus Heresy. They are what makes 40K 40K, period. Number 3. The Custodian Guards. The Adeptus Custodes is the elite force responsible for protecting the Emperor and serving as his companions. They are genetically engineered warriors superior to even the Adeptus Astartes. Each Custodian is a formidable individual created by the Emperor himself. They are widely considered to be the deadliest warriors in the galaxy. While Space Marines are mass-produced soldiers, the Custodes are individual warriors with unparalleled combat prowess, each which are a work of art. They have stood in the Emperor's presence since the Unification Wars, serving as his heralds and bodyguards. Since the Horus Heresy, they have primarily guarded the Emperor on Terra on the Golden Throne and rarely venture outside the Imperial Palace. In the era of the Great Rift and the return of Reboot Guilliman, in the Indomitus Crusade, the Custodians have become more active and have spread through the stars. They have accompanied Guilliman's Indomitus Crusade, spreading Primaris technology to the existing Space Marine chapters. They are armed with the best weapons, and their power armor is next only to the Primarchs in durability. Number 4. The Arbitrators. The Adeptus Arbites is the Imperium of Man's galactic police force, responsible for enforcing Imperial law on all Imperial-controlled worlds. They serve as judge, jury, and executioner, granted the authority to mete out with swift justice. Their role is to root out rebels, recidivists, and even threats to the stability of the Imperium. The Arbites have extensive powers and often deal with corrupt officials of the Imperium and criminal enterprises. They are the final bastion of Imperial rule during the revolutions or invasions, holding out in their respective precinct fortresses. They employ preemptive measures, massive firepower, and strategic tactics to maintain law and order. They tap into local networks, develop informants, and infiltrate suspicious organizations. They still are only human with lesser tools than even the Imperial Guard and the other deadlier transhuman soldiers. But the Arbites' patrol groups or squads consist of 5, 10, 15, or even 20 arbitrators led by a squad leader called a proctor. They are armed with shotguns, suppression shields, power mauls, and various grenades. Number 5. The Sisters of Battle. The Adeptus Sororitas, also known as the Sisters of Battle, is an all-female division that serves as the armed forces of the Ecclesiarchy, combating heresy and spiritual corruption within the Imperium. They also act as the chamber militant of the Inquisition's Order Hereticus. Raised and trained from infancy, clad in power armor and armed with a wide range of weapons, they crusade against corruption, heresy, and alien threats. Their unyielding faith and unwavering resolve drive them to fight relentlessly until the enemies are utterly crushed. Death only strengthens their resolve, and they honor fallen comrades through acts of heroism or sheroisms. The Arbitrators date their founding from the 36th millennium during the turbulent times known as the Age of Apostasy. They are widely believed to be the female equivalent of Space Marines. Their skill in battle is beyond any ordinary human or mutant in the Imperium. They will fight to the last woman standing and will hold the line against all odds, even if they are outnumbered 100 to 1, like a gangbang. Number 6. The Planetary Defense Force. Also known as the Imperialist Militia, it is the primary military force of an imperial world under the control of the local planetary government. It is responsible for maintaining the planet's security and defending against invasion or rebellion. The PDF, the Planetary Defense Force, lacks standardization and can take various forms, ranging from legitimate armed groups to professional corps. While not always respected by the broader imperial military, the PDF is considered to be crucial as the first line of defense. It is not a coherent galaxy-spanning organization, but rather a colonial defense force raised from a planet's own populace. It operates independently, with its command-in-chief being the imperial commander of the defended world. Each militia varies in command structure, equipment, and attire, reflecting the planet's culture and technology. While some militias were irregular levies activated in times of need, others maintain standing armies for civil order and external threats. Number 7. The Skitarii. The Skitarii, also known as the Tech Guard, are the cybernetic military forces of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are devout warriors, driven by their faith in the Omnissiah. Equipped with precise targeting systems, powerful weapons, and rad weaponry, they navigate battlefields with their titanium limbs. Their unwavering belief in the machine god sustains them, and they receive orders from tech priests, masters in orbit. Skitarii defend the Forge Worlds, accompanying tech priests and magi as bodyguards and protect the Mechanicus exploratory vessels. They also safeguard war engines like the Centuria Ordinatus and even the Titans, preventing boarding actions and securing their dead zones. Some Titan legions even maintain their own Skitarii detachments known as the Securitari. Augmented and rebuilt, beneath their cybernetic enhancements, they retain their human origins. They are still human, but their extensive augmentations ensure obedience and lethality to the maximum. Neurosync implants enable flawless coordination, connecting them to their masters. A Skitarii to a guardsman is like a well-oiled Gatling gun to a simple iron hammer. Number 8. The Sisters of Silence. Shh. These are an all-female order tasked with hunting down rogue psychers and defending humanity from demons, as well as chaos-corrupted individuals enforcing the Imperium's laws on psychic powers. They were the most active during the Great Crusade, but were believed to have been disbanded after the Horus Heresy, and maybe even later after the War of the Beasts. However, they have recently returned to prominence following the birth of the Great Rift and the Indomitus Crusade. They are known by various names and were once the militant arm of the Adeptus Astra Telephatica. They are psychic nulls, soulless beings who inspire fear. They operate from the Somnus Citadel on Luna and have access to the Imperial vaults. Although officially disbanded after the Age of Apostasy, remnants of the Silent Sisterhood continues to fight in secret. With the return of Rebuti Gilliman, they now serve openly alongside the Imperial forces. In addition to their combat prowess, the Sisters of Silence possess unique anti-psychic abilities. Their presence, because they are pariahs or nulls, their presence alone nullifies psychic powers within a certain range, being deadly against demons and traitor psychers. Number 9. The Assassins. Imperial assassins are highly skilled and lethal operatives employed by the Officio Assassinorum, an organization within the Imperium of Man. They are tasked with eliminating key targets that pose a threat to the Imperium, including traitors, heretics, Xenos leaders, and other enemies of mankind, even traitor primarchs. There are 4 main types of Imperial assassins. The Vindicare assassins are masters of long-range precision shooting. They are equipped with a specialized sniper weaponry called the Exitus rifle. Calidus assassins are masters of disguise and deception. They can alter their physical appearance, mimic voices, and infiltrate enemy ranks. Calyxus assassins are anti-psychers and they are nulls, and their pariah gene disrupts psychic powers and destabilizes nearby psychers. Evisor assassins are engineered for pure aggression and close quarters combat. They are injected with potent combat drugs for maximum effect with minimum effort. Number 10. The Battle Servitors. Servitors are created due to prohibitions against artificial intelligence. They are a fusion of human flesh and robotic technology. Some servitors are genetically engineered clones, while others are reprogrammed criminals sentenced to servitude by the Adeptus Arbites. Lobotomized and enhanced, servitors serve specific functions and possess basic instincts. Created on Forge worlds by the Adeptus Mechanicus, servitors are supplied to every other department of the Imperium. Battle servitors are powerful combat servitors used in melee or ranged combat. They are extensively used by the Adeptus Mechanicus and even other military organizations in the Imperium. One pattern, the Karen pattern battle servitor, is commonly employed by the Imperial Navy and the star vessels of the Imperium for boarding actions. Another type, the Cataphron battle servitor, is used exclusively by the Adeptus Mechanicus. They have severe emotions and independent thought, but then even with that, they still serve as controlled living weapons. Number 11. The Voidsmen. The warships of the Imperium's navy are crewed by Voidsmen at arms. These are armed personnel trained extensively in the use of las guns and close combat. They are the soldiers of the navy. They form squads capable of unleashing devastating las fire to suppress enemy forces, especially the ones who are boarding the vessels. While focused on ranged combat, they also carry las pistols for close quarters engagements. In the confined spaces of a ship corridors, they employ concussion grenades to halt enemy advances. They are drilled rigorously to maintain sharpness and discipline during long voyages. While primarily defensive, they also conduct boarding exercises and serve as escorts for officers and specialists on planetary missions. Upon assignment to a ship, they partake in a solemn ceremony, symbolically merging with the vessel. Their uncomplicated lives are dedicated to protecting the ship from all enemies, whether traitors, xenos, pirates, or warp-spawned demons. And number 12, the Battle Automata. Imperial robots, also known as automata or battle automata, are mechanical automatons used for labor and combat within the Imperium of Man. They were created during the exploitation of lost archaeotech and are primarily maintained by the Legio Cybernetica, a division of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Due to the cybernetic revolt which brought down the golden age of technology, sending humanity into the age of strife, there was a fear of robotic armies that still persists today in the 42nd millennium. However, the Legio Cybernetica have recovered a lot of trust and also a lot of lost battle automata templates and have recreated them with narrow machine spirits which are essentially very limited AI. The Adeptus Mechanicus produces many robot designs based on ancient tech stored in their logic stacks, such as the Castellan and the Crusader patterns. These designs have remained largely unchanged since the Horus Heresy, with just minor cosmetic variations. So those are the 12 different types of Imperial human soldiers in the 40K. Well, 11 including the Battle Automata, which makes it 12. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button for support and subscribe, and most of all smash that bell icon for regular updates on new videos here on this channel. Take care, boys!